Ladies and gentlemen, you see, every single one of us at some point comes face to face with what's real. Reality can be harsh. It can break you down, take your dreams, and shake them up. But the truth, the beautiful truth about reality, is that it's your greatest teacher. When you stop running from it, when you stop trying to wish it away, you start realizing that everything you've been through, every single challenge, every setback, every hard moment, that's all a part of the lesson. Acceptance of reality is a skill that requires strength, insight, and courage. Far from weakness, it represents the kind of wisdom that can change your entire perspective on life. Most people struggle to accept what they can't control. They resist situations that don't fit their plans or expectations. But here's the thing, life isn't going to slow down or shape itself around our desires. It will keep moving, keep changing, and if you want to keep up, you have to learn to adapt to its unpredictable flow. Acceptance means facing the reality of any given moment without trying to manipulate or deny it. It means acknowledging that things won't always turn out the way you hoped, and sometimes they might seem entirely unfair. But it's within these unpredictable twists that life gives you some of its most profound lessons. When you resist reality, when you dig in and fight against the currents of life, you only create more hardship for yourself. It's like swimming upstream. The more you resist, the more exhausting it becomes. But when you choose to accept what is, rather than clinging to what you wish it were, you open yourself up to growth, peace, and resilience. You see, real strength is in letting go of what you can't control. It's in understanding that, while you can't change certain circumstances, you do have the power to decide how you respond. The wisdom in acceptance isn't passive, it's dynamic. It's about understanding that life has its own rhythm, its own timing, and its own way of teaching you what you need to know. Every setback, every disappointment, every loss, they all contain something valuable. When you adapt to the natural flow of life, you allow these experiences to shape you rather than break you. It's often in moments of acceptance that you discover your greatest potential. When you stop trying to bend reality to fit your desires, you start to see opportunities where there once seemed to be none. You become flexible, resilient, and capable of handling anything that comes your way. In this state, you're no longer thrown off course by unexpected changes. Instead, you move with them, letting each experience refine you. By embracing life's unpredictable nature, you grow wiser, stronger, and more in tune with the world around you. These expectations shape our vision of success, happiness, and fulfillment. We tell ourselves, by this age I should have achieved this, or this relationship should look like that, but clinging to these ideals can become a trap. The tighter we hold on to a specific vision of life, the more we limit ourselves, blinding ourselves to the richness and complexity of what actually is. When we grip too tightly to what we think should be, we ignore the gifts, insights, and opportunities that life places right in front of us. The truth is, life rarely aligns perfectly with our plans. Its course is unpredictable, full of surprises, challenges, and moments we could never have foreseen. Expectations create a narrow view, like looking at life through a small lens, missing the broader perspective that allows us to see the beauty and wisdom in the unexpected. When we fixate on how things should be, we deny ourselves the ability to appreciate the present moment exactly as it is. We become stuck in a pattern of disappointment and frustration because we're constantly measuring reality against an idealized vision that may never materialize. Letting go of these expectations opens us up to experience life as it truly is, with all its imperfections, surprises, and lessons. Releasing expectations isn't about giving up on goals or standards. It's about allowing yourself the freedom to grow and adapt without feeling confined by rigid ideals. It's about embracing what's happening right now, finding joy, gratitude, and purpose in the current moment. When you free yourself from the weight of expectations, you're able to approach life with curiosity rather than frustration. You start to see each moment for its potential rather than for how well it matches up with your pre-planned version of reality. Imagine approaching life without needing it to fit into a specific mold. You'd find yourself more open to new paths, more willing to take on unexpected challenges, and more capable of seeing value in even the smallest experiences. Instead of being thrown off balance by unmet expectations, you'd find yourself adapting with resilience and strength. The world would feel larger, more vibrant, and filled with opportunity because you'd no longer be restricted by your own ideas of how things should look. In the end, releasing expectations allows you to live fully and freely, appreciating life's unique and often unpredictable rhythm. It's in this openness that you find true peace, growth, and fulfillment. Each hardship you endure, each moment of pain, disappointment, or struggle has something valuable to offer if you choose to embrace it instead of resisting it. Life's difficulties have a way of stripping away what doesn't serve you, testing your character, and revealing your true strength. Every time you face a challenge, you're given a choice either to let it diminish you or to let it shape you into someone wiser and more resilient. When you encounter a loss, it's natural to feel pain, perhaps even regret. But if you look closer, you'll find that loss often reveals what truly matters, giving you a renewed sense of gratitude for what you have. Loss reminds us of our shared human experience, our vulnerability, and our connection to one another. And while it can be incredibly painful, it also has the power to deepen our empathy, to make us more compassionate individuals who understand the fragility of life. Loss can be a catalyst for growth, pushing us to appreciate life more fully and to value each precious moment. Challenges and setbacks test our resilience, sometimes taking us to the edge of what we think we can handle. In these moments, it's easy to feel defeated, to want to give up. But if you keep going, keep fighting through the discomfort, you'll discover strengths you never knew you had. Each challenge you face builds another layer of resilience, making you more capable of handling whatever comes next. Over time, you come to understand that life's toughest moments are also the ones that make you tougher. They're not just hurdles to overcome, they're opportunities to grow, to learn, and to build a deeper sense of self-reliance and confidence. Embracing hardship means accepting that pain and difficulty are part of the journey. Rather than avoiding them, you can look them squarely in the face and recognize their value in your growth. Every loss you endure, every challenge you face, and every moment of hardship you overcome adds to your story, your strength, and your resilience. These experiences become the foundation upon which you build your future, equipping you with wisdom, empathy, and a depth of character that can only be earned through struggle. When you allow yourself to embrace these moments as lessons, rather than viewing them as punishments or setbacks, you transform them into something powerful. You stop seeing yourself as a victim and start recognizing the strength that lies within you. Hardships, losses, and challenges, then, are no longer roadblocks, but stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. They are the tools life gives you to sharpen your spirit, deepen your compassion, and grow into the strongest version of yourself. In the end, these moments aren't just about survival, they're about transformation. They are the very essence of resilience, each one leaving a lasting imprint on your journey toward personal growth and fulfillment. It's not only about the pursuit of what excites us, but also about having the strength to face reality as it is, especially when life takes a difficult turn. Courage is about standing firm in the face of hard truths, weathering dark days, and holding on even when everything seems to be falling apart. This kind of courage is not loud or glamorous, it's quiet, resilient, and deeply rooted in integrity and acceptance. Facing difficult truths requires you to acknowledge things you might wish weren't true. It means looking at aspects of yourself or your life that are uncomfortable, that challenge your sense of control or security. Real courage is the willingness to confront these truths honestly, to admit when something isn't working, or when a situation is beyond your power to change. It's about resisting the urge to escape or numb yourself to the pain and instead finding the strength to face it head on. This process can be humbling, even painful, but it's through this kind of self-honesty that real growth begins. In dark times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to want to retreat, or to give up. But courage is what keeps you anchored in the storm. It's the voice within that whispers, "This too shall pass," even when it feels like the darkness will last forever. Real courage means holding on to hope, even if it's just a small glimmer, and trusting that you have the inner strength to endure. It's about standing firm not because you have all the answers or know what the future holds, but because you believe in your own resilience, your ability to survive and thrive beyond the hardship. Courage, in this sense, is a quiet determination to keep going, to stay true to yourself, and to believe in the possibility of light after darkness. True courage doesn't demand that you conquer every fear or overcome every obstacle right away. Instead, it asks that you remain present even when it's difficult. It's about being willing to face the uncertainties of life without running from them or denying their existence. It's finding the strength to carry on, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. This courage builds character and resilience, giving you the tools to handle whatever comes next. It's the foundation upon which you can build a life that's grounded in reality, not just in dreams or ideals. In the end, courage is as much about standing firm during life's hardest moments as it is about moving forward with ambition. It's about embracing life as it is, with all its beauty and all its pain, without needing to escape from or sugarcoat the hard truths. True courage lies in finding the strength to face each day honestly, to accept the challenges, and to believe in your own ability to persevere. This is the kind of courage that shapes you, that strengthens you, and that ultimately allows you to live a life of depth, authenticity, and resilience. Too often we suppress our emotions, especially the ones we label as negative, such as sadness, anger, frustration, or fear. Society often teaches us to stay strong by keeping a lid on our feelings, implying that facing them makes us weak or vulnerable. But the truth is, real strength comes from acknowledging our emotions, accepting them as part of our experience, and understanding that they too have a purpose. Every emotion we feel carries valuable information about who we are, what we value, and how we relate to the world around us. When we suppress or ignore these feelings, we deny ourselves the opportunity to understand and grow from them. Ignored emotions don't disappear, they linger beneath the surface, building up and manifesting in ways that can affect our mental, emotional, and even physical health. Suppression only leads to internal conflict, as the emotions we push away continue to seek expression, often through stress, anxiety, or unproductive behaviors. By facing these emotions instead of running from them, we allow ourselves to process and release what we're feeling in a healthy way. Fully feeling and expressing emotions doesn't mean losing control or letting them dictate our actions. It's about creating space to experience them authentically, understanding that emotions are part of our human nature. Emotions are not permanent, they ebb and flow, and allowing yourself to feel them fully brings clarity and relief. By facing emotions head on, you give yourself the chance to learn from them and to develop a deeper understanding of yourself. This process allows you to move through difficult feelings rather than becoming stuck in them, building resilience and emotional maturity along the way. Acceptance is key here. It's not enough just to feel emotions, you must also accept them without judgment. Accept that it's okay to feel hurt, disappointed, or afraid. There's no need to categorize your feelings as good or bad. They're simply part of the human experience, each with its own role in your journey. When you allow yourself to feel these emotions without resistance, you begin to understand their purpose. You can channel sadness into introspection, anger into motivation for change, and fear into awareness. Emotions then become guides, helping you navigate life's challenges with a clearer, more balanced perspective. In facing and expressing your emotions, you build a foundation of inner strength and resilience. This strength isn't about being unbreakable, it's about being adaptable, about knowing that you can face whatever life brings with an open heart and a clear mind. And embracing your emotions gives you the power to move forward without being weighed down by unresolved feelings. It frees you to live authentically, grounded in the understanding that you can experience and grow from every aspect of your emotional landscape. This is where true strength lies, not in avoidance or denial, but in acceptance and full expression, allowing you to progress through life with clarity, peace, and resilience. And acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up. Rather, it means facing reality with a clear mind and open heart, choosing to work with it rather than against it. Every time you make this choice, you are training yourself to respond to life with resilience, adaptability, and peace, cultivating an empowered mindset that isn't easily shaken by external circumstances. This process of acceptance brings you closer to an unshakable sense of inner peace, one that is not dependent on the perfection of life's circumstances, but on your ability to handle them. With acceptance, you no longer view life's twists and turns as disruptions, but as parts of the journey, opportunities to learn and grow. You find yourself becoming more adaptable, open to change, and ready to move forward with clarity and strength. Challenges lose their power to control or define you because you understand that you have the capacity to face them, to accept what is within and beyond your control. This creates a lasting sense of empowerment, as you're no longer at the mercy of circumstances, but instead meet them with grace and calm assurance. Acceptance fosters resilience, allowing you to bounce back from difficulties without losing sight of who you are or what you're capable of. When you accept a setback, you're able to move through it more effectively rather than being held back by frustration or denial. You start to see that every situation, no matter how difficult, has something to offer, a lesson to teach, or an experience to embrace. This resilience empowers you to meet each day with a balanced outlook, less shaken by the unexpected and more prepared to adapt to whatever comes your way. Acceptance helps you build the inner flexibility needed to navigate life's inevitable changes, whether they're small adjustments or life-altering shifts. Inner peace is the ultimate gift that acceptance brings. Rather than wasting energy fighting reality, you find a calm that allows you to live in the present without constantly longing for things to be different. This peace doesn't mean passivity, it's an active state of being, a conscious choice to approach life from a place of stability and strength. When you're at peace with yourself and the world around you, even challenges lose their ability to disturb your inner balance. This peace radiates into everything you do, shaping how you interact with others and how you approach goals. It provides a foundation from which true empowerment grows, giving you the confidence to stand firm in who you are and what you believe, regardless of external circumstances. In embracing acceptance, you empower yourself to live with purpose and authenticity, free from the chains of denial, resistance, or fear of the unknown. Each act of acceptance brings you closer to a life defined by resilience, adaptability, and a profound inner peace. You become empowered not by controlling the world, but by controlling how you respond to it. This empowerment is a quiet yet powerful force, strengthening your spirit and enabling you to face life's challenges with courage and composure. Through acceptance, you find the strength to keep moving forward, grounded in the assurance that no matter what happens, you have the ability to face it with a calm, steady heart.